All right, my brother, first we got to find out what's the scoops from you. How's things going in regards to everything that is happening now? Ian is the executive director at Moanalua Gardens Foundation, Hawaii. And please tell us about some of the great work that you folks do.
Well, I'm still new and I'm still learning. There's a lot to learn. The organization is more than 50 years old.
Awesome.
First and foremost, we're an Aina organization. We have kuleana in Moanalua Valley, specifically Kamananui Valley.
Yes.
And we do a lot of Aina education, Aina STEM education, from kids from 9 years old, grade 9 through 12.
That's kind of a big thing now, yeah? Now we're taking a lot of our Hawaiian cultural practices and showing that these practices are not just stuff that ancient people did. This is not just stuff that we did with rocks and stones and dirt, that there was actually science behind everything that we've done.
Yes, and we'll hear a little bit more in the show about kilo and other types of Ike Hawaii, right?
Sure.
But that's the mainstay of our organization, is our Aina background. And of course, most people know us for the Prince Lot Hula Festival.
Absolutely, that is the hula festival. I tell you, something super fun right here on Oahu. Prince Lot Hula Festival, I know, has always been on the grounds of Moanalua Gardens, but now we're kind of moving, yeah? We're moving into different spaces.
Yeah, many may not know, but the estate that was once the Damon Estate, and of course Aina Poahi before that, was sold in the early 2000s. And so we're no longer in the gardens, the foundation. So we've been doing the festival in other parts around the island. For 2026, it'll be at Bishop Museum.
Oh, that's a beautiful collaboration.
On May 9 and 10.
That's beautiful. And I also understand that your folks' new offices at Royal Hawaiian Center, because of that space, it now opens up an opportunity to collaborate with another great organization for an upcoming event, right?
Absolutely. One of the things we all want to do, our partner organizations, Royal Hawaiian Center, Helumua, there, right? Of course, Aina Pauahi,
yes.
And the Native Hawaiian Hospitality Association. We're all next door neighbors. And so it gives us the opportunity to collaborate on things like bringing our lahui, our kaiaulu, back to Waikiki so we can celebrate at Helumua. In fact, celebration, we have January 24th coming up.
Hula makahiki ho.
Aye.
That is going to be Maikai. That's right. January 24th, 2 to 6 p.m. at Helumua at the Royal Hawaiian Centers. So grateful to have you here, brother. Thank you so much for catching up with us. And how can people make a donation to the foundation?
mgfhawaii.org. Very simple.
Beautiful. Now, there's one organization that doesn't need a donation, but they are spending $115 million for the upcoming World Cup, and that's Homeland Security.
Oh, what's the scoops there?
Well, DHS is pouring the funds into drone and counter-drone technologies. This is ahead of the World Cup and America's 250th birthday this summer now. In fact, a whole new office was created just to focus on buying and deploying these technologies.
It's a lot of money to stop people from taking aerial footage of a soccer game.
Right?
Yeah.
But that's not really the problem. The threat actually comes from, would you believe it, it's drug cartels. These drug cartels, they use drones and cyber attacks to help smuggle narcotics and to surveil U.S. officials. And because this is the World Cup, people are going to be coming in from all around the world to attend these events. Yeah, they're right now they're kind of on a high alert, and that really is a lot of money. But to me, $15,000 is a lot of money, right? And check this out: one dog actually raised that much for an animal shelter that he was in when his video went viral.
No, we need to know the scoops on that.
Now, this very smart dog, he got out of his kennel after hours, and then he made a break for it to the front door, which was locked. Now, you'd think that would stop him, right? But nope. This clever boy, his name is Dawson, he worked his way to freedom, opening the lock, using his teeth, and then boop, gone. There you go. Now, this video has been viewed over 10 million times worldwide, and the shelter got flooded with donations, over $15,000. They've named the fund after him, Dawson, and it will help to serve the strays that come into the Huntington, Cabell, Wayne Animal Shelter in West Virginia.
Oh, wait. But what happened to him? Please tell me that there's a happy ending to this story.
There is. According to the shelter's Facebook page, Dawson was a stray. He's a lost dog. So he was away from his family. And would you believe it? He actually found his way all the way back home. where he is now safe. So
Navigator.
I know, he's a kilo. Yes, that's right. Now, so what's the scoops with you? Are you excited about the upcoming hula and music events with Moana Lua Gardens Foundation Hawaii? Is the $150 million on drone anti-tech well spent federal funds? Or do you have a pet that is like Houdini and loves to escape? Well, let us know by sending an email at islandlifelive@kitv.com or post a comment directly to this video on our YouTube page. All you got to do is search out KITV.